Self-discipline. The daunting concept that is so crucial to the quality and satisfaction of our lives. Self-discipline is the process of self-regulation for the sole purpose of improving an area of our lives. It can also be described as not overindulging in anything that could potentially cause you harm in the long run. In simpler terms, self-discipline is the act of pushing yourself to do something beneficial that you really don't want to do, which is something we all struggle with time to time. Welcome back, Psychos. Today we'll be discussing 10 ways to improve your self-discipline. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as to click the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Starting with number 1. Always finish what you start. The first way you can begin improving your self-discipline is by always finishing what you start. Now, this is mainly pertaining to situations or projects that are logical to continue rather than projects that need to come to a close. In other words, finishing a project to completion is very rewarding and requires a lot of self-discipline. But the same goes with calling off projects that are draining you of time and energy. The point is not to leave anything to wither away with no definite decision. The easiest way to do this is to focus on one area of your life at a time and not overload yourself with improvements. It's also good to start at a time that works best for you, rather than when there is a big hype to do it. For example, waiting for a New Year's resolution to improve yourself almost never works. Whether it's something like weight loss, getting rid of debt, or beginning a business endeavour, get serious about it and make a definitive plan to commit every single day. Number 2. Do it if it needs to be done. Social media has created an interesting idea that we should only complete tasks that make us happy or benefit us in the moment. Although it sounds like that would be an ideal life, the mentality of doing things only if we feel like it can be extremely detrimental. Completing tasks based off of our emotions leads to procrastination and fear of stepping outside of our comfort zones to grow as individuals. Most activities that we just don't want to do are usually fundamental to our daily lives, career, or health, leading to even more self-turmoil in the future if we decide to postpone them. A great rule of thumb, according to famous author and motivational speaker Mel Robbins, is to utilize the 5-second rule when getting ready to complete a task that you're not overly fond of. When the thought of completing something first comes into your head, count down from 5 and get up and do it. Don't waste any more time. Any more than 5 seconds and our brains will begin talking us out of tasks or listing all the daunting details, making it less and less appealing. Number 3. Don't make excuses. This one should go without saying because excuses are basically self-discipline's kryptonite. Humans make excuses every single day. Excuses to make a negative situation not seem as bad, excuses to get in our way, or excuses to get out of our responsibilities. It's not the end of the world if you make an excuse every now and then, but to make a habit out of it can lead to an entire excuse-filled lifestyle resulting in laziness and no growth. Giving an excuse is like giving up before you even started. This in turn can prevent you from living the life you want, as you will never be able to reach your life goals, not to mention excuses can prevent you from planning your life goals in the first place. Number 4. Don't negotiate critical responsibilities. Much like making excuses, humans have the ability to weasel their way out of tasks by running questions through their heads like, is this task really necessary, or can I do it later? It's not quite excuse making, but rather removing the importance and urgency out of the tasks, making it easier to put down and convince ourselves that we'll do it later. However, when we do this, our time will begin to lose even more motivation to complete the task, usually leaving it for the last minute, excuse making for someone else to finish it or not completing it at all. To avoid this, you can put a mental emphasis on the tasks you deem as crucial and not crucial. And for the crucial tasks, begin to make a habit to count these as entirely non-negotiable. This means no postponing, procrastinating, or excuse making under any circumstances. Number 5. Make external deadlines for yourself. Deadlines are used time after time in school and work settings for the sole reason of keeping everyone on track and working effectively. External deadlines are events or plans that put pressure on you to complete a task by a certain time in order to enjoy the event or plan. It's like the feeling before a week-long vacation off work. You are extra productive because you don't want to have to do any work on your vacation and you don't want to be bombarded with work when you come back. Another example would be if you promise to purchase a gift for someone for their birthday. This would act as an external deadline, motivating you to work extra hard to save the money for the gift that you need to buy in time for their birthday. External deadlines have the power to make tasks seem less daunting when completing them because you can see that the task is benefiting you in some way. Number 6. Scrap the temptations. Okay, so excuses are considered to be self-discipline's kryptonite. But what about distractions and temptations? Temptations are everywhere nowadays thanks to the rise in technology, and that's not good news for self-discipline. We are presented with two tasks, one of which is crucial and undesirable, and one which is a complete distraction yet very desirable. It's natural that it would be much easier to go for the second option. This is why it's so easy to mindlessly scroll through social media for a couple of hours, yet the thought of 15 minutes of washing dishes seems like the end of the world. The best way to hack this dilemma is to separate productive time with unproductive time within your day. Meaning you don't have any visual or audio distractions around you when you're completing a crucial task. And yes, that means your cell phone. Self-discipline requires laser focus and can easily be disrupted by outer distractions. Number 7. Don't skip meals. Having a proper eating schedule requires self-discipline all on its own. But having a consistent flow of macro and micronutrients encourages focus and control. Some scientific studies claim that our decision-making potential is weaker when we have low levels of blood sugar, which is often a result of being hungry or not eating adequate nutritional meals. Not to mention being hangry is the worst feeling and can throw off anybody's self-control. So allow yourself to focus on what needs to get done rather than the rumbling in your belly by eating 3 proper meals a day with snacks in between, and feel the laser focus you have throughout the day. Number 8. Utilize breaks and reward yourself. Self-discipline in any task usually requires copious amounts of focus and hard work, which in turn can become overbearing or mentally exhausting if you don't have the proper breaks and rewards implemented. You probably have done this once or twice without even realizing it. It's because we actually use this on a day-to-day basis to get things completed. For example, just sending off this last email before you break for lunch, or putting in an extra 20 minutes at the gym to allow yourself to enjoy that treat that you've been eyeing. A great rule of thumb for breaking during work sessions is the 90-20 rule, discovered by best-selling author Tony Schwartz. A 20-minute break for every 90 minutes worked is considered to be the ultimate work-break balance for focus and efficiency. You can schedule these into your day beforehand to make the workload of your day feel not as overwhelming. You can introduce this concept to other areas of your life that require prolonged periods of self-discipline. Number 9. Forgive yourself. The road to a self-disciplined lifestyle is full of twists and turns, so don't be so hard on yourself. The act of introducing self-discipline into an area of your life requires self-discipline in and of itself, so expect to have some downfalls. Setbacks are normal in every new endeavour. What really matters is how you manage them. There will be times that your mental discipline is in the right space, but the outer circumstances just don't allow you to follow through. For example, if you decide you want to start waking up 2 hours early every morning and you're just too tired to wake up the first morning you set out to execute this goal, brush it off and start again the next morning. Failure and mistakes are often what make people not continue with a goal, so see them as lessons and room for improvement rather than the end-all, be-all. Number 10. Ignore the doubters. You'll notice that you set out to improve an area of your life, the people around you may actually make a negative effort to throw you off your goals or make them seem unattainable. For example, if you bring your healthier lunch into the office and attempts to use your self-discipline to eat healthier, you may get snarky, passive-aggressive remarks of the healthier lunch smelling or not looking appetizing. Know that these remarks are solely based on the other person's insecurities and unwillingness to have the self-discipline you are demonstrating. A good way to let these Debbie Downers not get to you is to be sure of your goal, making it difficult for anyone to sway you. Also, surround yourself by people, information, and even influencers that provide the support that you need to keep going. Okay, psychos, that's it for today's video. Comment down if you use any of these self-discipline tricks. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more psycho videos. We hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next video.